I'm sure when you sign your car loan, you had to sign something. You probably didn't read lah. Like so many documents, you just sign.
Typical 20-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, 6 months is not very long though, so maybe we don't trust her fully yet. So they will show you each month, and then there's columns. If you pay, they put a circle. If you don't pay, they'll put an X, or I think it'll be empty. So if you have many inquiries on a report, regardless of what it is, credit card, car loan, house loan, even if your employer decides to check your credit score, it's still considered an inquiry into your credit score. I also didn't know. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Money Goal. My name is Emir and I have Aisha with me again.
Yep.
Aisha, what are we talking about today?
Okay, so last time when I was here, we were talking about debt, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I have never had any hutang my whole life.
Okay.
Okay, except for my BTBTN.
Yep.
And then I bought a car recently.
Recently, yep.
Yeah, not even a year. So now I'm curious about CTOS and CCRIS.
Okay. You've heard about it somewhere.
Yes,
Okay.
they say that if once you start having debt, then
Okay.
they're tracking your payment every
History and stuff.
year.
Okay,
Yeah.
essentially you have a credit score lah. Yep.
Yeah, what is that? What is CTOS CCRIS? What is a credit
Okay.
score? How do I maintain a good credit score
Yep.
for, if I
That's the point
want
of it, right?
if I want a credit card one day?
Okay. So, credit score, every country has a credit score lah. It's essentially the financial institution's way for them to know how trustworthy you are to get credit, to get loans and stuff. Okay? So, CCRIS is by Bank Negara. So this one is free. Bank Negara just tracks all the repayment of your loans. Of course, they know all the loans they currently have available. They have it for the safety of the banks lah, actually. They need to make sure that the banks are not taking on too much risk.
Oh, so they just have everything, like your information macam tu je?
Of your credit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. They need to make sure that the banks are not taking too much risk.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually had a friend who worked in Bank Negara and I found out it's so cool.
That's a fun job. Yeah.
No, because they need to make sure that, for example, Maybank, it's just an example, right? For example, they need to make sure that Maybank doesn't take on too much risk in terms of giving out loans, and then suddenly everyone cannot pay off and Maybank goes bankrupt. That's actually Bank Negara's job to make sure.
To make sure that banks can still make business.
Sustain.
lah.
Yeah, to make sure that they don't suddenly die one day, because that would be very bad for the country, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so I guess since they do that, they thought, okay lah, they have this thing called the CCRIS portal. You can register for it, and then you can. They don't actually have a credit score, but they show you basically your historical payments on your debt. Yeah, they will show you whether you've paid on time or not, and they'll list all of the different loans that you have under your name. Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes maybe you check the report and you're like, wait, why is there this loan here that I've never taken before? Then you can contact the bank and say, hey, what's this? I saw this in my CCRIS report and I don't have this loan, and then they can go sort it out for you. But there's actually one benefit to checking your, not credit score, but checking your CCRIS from Bank Negara.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your credit score can be bad and also can be okay.
Okay, but that is not by Bank Negara. So Bank Negara, like I said, only shows your payment history and all your loans. That's all, right? And then we get to CTOS. So CTOS is a private company. And then there's a few other brands also, like Experian, Ramsey, I don't know. I think they've done some acquisition recently, but there are a few of these private companies who sort of take this information from Bank Negara, and then they also have some other information out there to come up with what everyone knows as a credit score. Okay, so in most countries, or at least what I know, Malaysia and the US lah, the credit score is actually a number, and it's usually in the hundreds lah. So in Malaysia, I think the worst you can be is 350. That's the lowest you can go, and then the highest you can go is 900.
900 is good.
Yeah, 900 is good, 350 is
350 is
bad.
bad.
Yeah, or you could be zero credit score lah. If you've never had a loan before, then your credit score will be zero.
Also, that's very bad lah.
Or
If
actually,
it's
no, not
lower than
zero. I think it'll
300.
just be NA lah, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Not available. Yeah. So that is what CTOS is. So they sort of take this payment history from Bank Negara, they take a few other information about you, and then they come up with this credit score. And this credit score is actually used for a few different things. So when you want to apply for loans, banks will always inquire about your credit score first to check that you are safe to lend money to. And sometimes, some jobs, they will even check your credit score to see if you are responsible. Okay, this is typically financial institutions, banks, yeah. So I have a few friends who work in banks and they actually got their credit score checked by the bank. Yeah, if you had a low credit score, I think they wouldn't take you.
Okay, so this information, they can go.
Yeah, so you have to authorize it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, I'm sure when you sign your car loan, you had to sign something. You probably didn't read lah. Like so many documents, you just sign.
Typical 20-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, who would read it? So many documents, right? Yeah, but one of the things that you're signing off on is you're giving them the right or you're giving them permission to check on your credit score. Yeah, so that's one thing. So that's what CTOS is about. And I think everybody wants to make sure that they have a credit score. That's one. Because, you might need loans down the line. Like, it's good for people to build it. Because otherwise, I know of people who has never built a credit score because they thought that is bad. So they never got credit cards, they never got anything. And then one day they want to buy a house and the bank is like, oh, I can't give you that loan because I don't know whether you can pay it off or not. Yeah, so it is a good habit, I would say, to build your credit score and maintain it.
So you have to have that.
Yeah, essentially.
I'm sorry.
There are some things that I recommend for people, especially for fresh grad. Okay, my theory is if you're boomy, you should go for ASB financing. ASB financing actually is a product.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can borrow money from the bank and put it into your ASB.
Okay. I know, I've heard of it, but I've never paid attention to it.
It's actually quite good. Yeah, I have ASB financing, but I won't get into that because it's a separate topic.
Okay,
but ASB financing, I think it's quite easy for fresh grads to get. I mean, if you have no credit score, I think ASB financing is quite easy to get because the money that you borrow from the bank that goes into ASB, you cannot actually withdraw that money. They don't allow you to get the money.
Right?
Yeah, you can't actually withdraw that money.
You cannot?
You cannot, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They don't allow you to, which is why I think it's extremely safe for the banks lah. They cannot.
It's like the bank is investing through you.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
They basically wire the money directly to your ASB account. It never reaches your bank account. Yeah. Yeah, so actually this is one way to build your credit score. Of course, if you pay it off on time lah. If you don't pay it off on time, then that's bad. But it's an easy way for you to get a credit score as a fresh grad. And then another way is credit card. I think credit card is also quite easy to get. But getting a credit card from the bank that you receive your salary in, I think that one can be quite easy as well. So if let's say your salary goes to a CIMB account, if you try and apply a credit card from CIMB, the likelihood of them approving it for you is also quite high if you have no credit score. Okay, so that is what fresh grads should be aiming for, these kind of loans. If you try and immediately go for a housing loan, personal loan, it might be very hard for you to get approved for.
Right.
So these are the things that you should be aiming for. And then just make sure you pay it off on time lah. Yeah.
So you can't have a car loan, a personal loan, or a house loan if you don't have a good credit score.
You might be able to. I'm not sure.
Based on your salary.
Yeah, it's based on your salary because there's a few other things you look at as well. If you work at, let's say, a very stable company, or if you work for the government and you're on 20K a month, you want to buy a MyV, I'm sure they'll be slapped.
Oh, that's quite difficult if you don't have a good credit score.
Yeah. No. If you have a stable job, high salary, they might give it to you regardless of your credit score. But if you're someone who is on, let's say, not so stable industry. So I've had friends who worked in the aviation industry, right? And I think aviation is very susceptible to economic boom and bust. Like when the economy is not doing so well, I think that market is not doing so well as well. So banks are actually less willing to lend him money because he used to work in the aviation industry. Yeah, and that's when your credit score will play a very important role. Yeah.
Besides your loans or debts, what else can affect your credit score? I mean, like your savings account.
No.
If you use your money in your savings account, they don't care, right?
They don't know about your assets at all.
Okay.
They don't know about your savings. They don't know about your investments at all. They only know about your loans and whether you're paying off or not.
So it's all loans lah,
Exactly.
loans and debts lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like your study loans, PTPN.
Yeah. So a lot of these things all get included in it.
How about your insurance?
No, it's
No?
not a loan. No, it's not a loan.
Okay.
Insurance is not there. Yeah.
Faham.
But there are a few factors that they consider to calculate your credit score lah. Some people like to flex a high credit score for some reason. But yeah, there are a few factors that will impact your credit score. So let's say now your credit score is bad and you're trying to improve it. Let's say one of you guys watching it, right? Number one, most important thing is making your payments on time. So this is highest weightage for sure. Make sure that you pay off everything on time, including your credit cards, including PTPTN, whatever it is, anything that you owe, pay it off on time every month. This has the highest weightage. And then how much loans you have also impacts your credit score. So if you take on too much debt for your income, they call this debt to income ratio. That's also bad for your credit score if you have too much, right? And then how long you've had credit history lah. So for you only took it 6 months ago. They're probably like, okay, she's been paying for 6 months, but 6 months not very long though. So maybe we don't trust her fully yet. Maybe let's call us a 500. No, that's an example. Yeah. So if you're trying to repair your score, essentially just don't take on more loans now if you already have a lot, and then make all your payments on time. It will take some time for you to recover your credit score to a better level, maybe a year, 2 years. But that is the most important part lah. Yeah.
Okay, what about buy now, pay later? Is that...
Buy now, pay later, I think I've read some articles where they are going to be included in the credit score now.
So not yet.
I think not yet, but one thing that I know they do is that if you don't pay, they'll report it to CTOS. So maybe CTOS report doesn't show BNPL, but if you don't pay, the BNPL will tell CTOS, and then CTOS will put in a mark that, okay, this person didn't make this payment. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to be careful with that as well.
Yes, for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
all right.
Essentially, all companies that give loans will report to CTOS. And it's like a shared, all of us share information to CTOS so that we know how trustworthy, a person is. So all the banks are all in on this lah.
So you say that we can also check our own CTOS, is it?
Yep.
How do you do that?
So you can go to the website, or you can also buy it through apps like Touch and Go. So I bought it from Touch and Go before because they had some promo, I think back then, like 5 ringgit or something. But even the full price is like 15, 20 ringgit, which is not so much lah, right? For you to just check every year maybe.
You can just go through all your...
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, actually I would do it. I would do it at least once a year. Not just to know your credit score, but also want to make sure maybe you forgot to make a payment one month.
Yeah, correct.
Right? So then you have that. It's essentially, they will actually show you each month, like January to December of 2025.
So
and if
even
you pay,
1 month, they flag you already.
so they will show you each month, and then there's columns. If you pay, they put a circle. If you don't pay, they'll put an X, or I think it'll be empty. So you can actually see every single loan, every single month, do you pay on time or not? Yeah, so you can do that.
For how many years back? For
Just 1 year only. They'll show you.
Oh,
for 1
okay,
year.
okay, okay,
they'll show you for 1 year. So that is one thing, of course, important to know. Whether you forgot to make a payment before. Another thing is, like I was telling you, in case suddenly a loan appears in your report that you don't recall, that's something you definitely want to quickly check with the banks why is this the case.
Yep.
Yeah, so these are things that I think makes it worth it lah. 20 ringgit or 15, I don't know what the price is, to just do it once a year.
Not that mahal. Okay, not bad.
Yeah. Maybe you should do it. You've never done it, right?
No.
I can tell.
I mean, okay. So that's my concern, my questions about CTOS CCRIS. Now we have some from stories from our viewers, and they also have questions for you.
Okay.
So the first one, forgot my PTPTN, got flagged instead. When I graduated, I thought PTPTN would wait until I was financially stable. She put a Turns out it didn't. Months passed without me realizing those missed payments were quietly showing up in my CCRIS report. I only found out when my car loan got rejected. Yep. The bank officer said you didn't pay your study loan for over a year, and that's a red flag. I was working hard, paying rent, saving bit by bit, but to the bank I looked unreliable.
Yep.
That one mistake followed me for years. Now I treat my credit history like my reputation because it kinda is. So her question is, or his, what's one simple habit you can start today to avoid getting flagged or missed any payments?
Set up auto debit for sure.
Auto debit.
I have auto payment set up for all of my loans to make sure that I don't forget. And then the ones I cannot auto debit, like for example credit card, I can't make automatic payments. I have a reminder on my iPhone. Yeah, so I use reminders on my iPhone, like monthly reminders on a specific date to make payments. So yeah, if you look at my reminders, it's like pay HSBC, pay Maybank. It's really like that. Yeah.
CIMB pay.
Yeah, exactly. So I have all of these things to make sure I never forget. Yeah, I never want to miss this.
So it's just one payment and you're like,
it's not
that.
Yeah, but it's not like from 700 credit score you go to 400 for missing one payment lah. It's just that
it's bad lah.
Okay. It will be a mark for sure.
Okay. The second story, too many cards, too little discipline.
Okay.
When I got my first job, I signed up for every credit card that came with a free gift. Power banks, luggage, cashbacks.
Okay.
You like cashbacks?
I love cashback.
I felt like I was building my adult portfolio.
By having a lot of credit cards. Okay.
I mean, I have this card.
Exactly. Okay.
What I didn't know was every application was being tracked on CTOS, and multiple cards meant I looked desperate for credit. When I tried to apply for a housing loan later, I was told you've applied for too many credit facilities in a short time.
Yep.
I thought I was playing the system. Turns out I was playing myself.
Wait, so I assume this person doesn't have like credit card usage problems. It's just that they applied for too
Have a
many
lot
of inquiries.
of credit
right?
card. Yeah.
Yeah.
What should you consider before signing up for multiple credit products?
Okay. So actually, this is also one thing that impacts your credit score.
I also didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't mention it
Really?
earlier, but yes, this impacts your credit score. So they will take how many times have you inquired for a loan?
Even if you like asked for
Correct.
a loan? Oh.
Correct. So the metric for this is how many times did a bank ask for your CTOS report. Yeah. So CTOS will know, right? Okay, this bank asked one time this month, this bank also asked 1 month this time. So if you have many inquiries on a report, regardless of what it is, credit card, car loan, house loan, even if your employer decides to check your credit score, it's still considered an inquiry into your credit score. I also didn't know.
Wow.
Yeah. So to be fair, when I was younger as well, I also did that. I applied for so many credit cards just because I wanted to see what I could get.
Oh no.
And then I realized that it's not good.
It's not
when you
good.
apply, this is a bad sign to them lah. I don't think it's as impactful as missing a payment.
Okay.
But there's still an impact. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I would do, I guess now you know, you can't do anything about it. From what I heard, so back then when I had this issue, I got so like uneasy about it. So I did some research. Apparently it's just like a 6-month thing. So they will do it like how many credit inquiries in the last 6 months. So basically you can't do anything about it now. You just have to wait it out. You just wait it out. Don't make any more credit inquiries into your CTOS and stuff. And then after the 6 months, again, don't go crazy about it lah. Just do it slowly, one by one. It's okay. It's actually okay to have a lot of credit cards. I think it's good because having a lot of credit cards and not using it actually helps your credit score.
Oh?
Yeah, because they will calculate your credit utilization. And if you have many credit cards and you don't use it, you're showing the bank that I have a lot of credit available, but I don't even use it because I'm so responsible. Yeah, so it's okay. Just don't apply for so many at one time lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if it's the same bank? Because you apply, okay, credit card dekat Maybank, and then car loan dekat Maybank, and then housing loan dekat Maybank. Does it still count as like 3?
Actually, it's a good question. Okay, but honestly, this one you have to ask Maybank because it depends on how many times they inquire.
Okay,
If let's say they don't have a system where all their teams have access to the same credit report, like let's say each of the different teams, let's say all different teams, and they all inquire, then it'll still be bad lah. Yeah.
Alright.
So I think this one you have to ask the bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's all the
This
questions?
episode, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Nice talking to you, Aisha.
Thank you so much. I
Hopefully
learned a lot.
You're gonna check your CTOS score after this?
Maybe I should go and maybe, but
Definitely.
you know, it's gonna be my car. I don't have much.
Imagine you see another loan there.
That's crazy.
Okay,
That's
like
actually
housing loan
crazy.
there. Maybe your mom took it and put it under your name.
That's actually crazy. I will cry.
Yes, I think for everyone it's just 20 ringgit. Honestly, just at least once, just so you know like what's happening, right? Make sure that everything that, even if you have no loans, just make sure that you have no loans stated there.
Zero.
Right? Exactly. At least you know, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Nice talking to you, Aisha. Hope you
Thank
learned.
you so much.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See you in the next one.